Hey guys, I'm back again for hopefully the last of the vlogs. Maybe actually be responsible and do vlogs like I started because I am responsible-ish. Today I'm planning on talking about the sad side of Storify. And not just the website itself. The website itself is amazing. If you want a comprehensive, fluid, easy to understand way of doing a news story over a period of time, Storify is definitely the way you want to go about it. But there are some difficulties. For example, the Twitter feeds and the Facebook feeds, there's no way of saying, oh, I only want Twitter feeds from this day about this subject, or I only want anything from this period of time about this subject. It's all just the latest thing, and you just have to keep scrolling. And for a laggy computer owner like myself, I love you so much. It's very frustrating, and it's very irritating to have to sit there and just scroll. 10 hours later, still scrolling. Oh, I finally reached the next day. It's just a frustrating exercise in patience that doesn't need to happen. I also know that there was a problem with Facebook. I know somebody who couldn't get any English posts for some reason, and I wasn't able to get any posts at all. I would type in the name, and then nothing would pop up, and it would say there was an error with Facebook. But at the same time, I would search Facebook, and I would find hundreds of posts about the subject I was doing. So, hey, Storify, if you want to listen to the random, insane ramblings of a college student with no degree yet and a bookstore job, take these into account. If you would rather do something productive, go outside and play Pokemon Go. Apparently it's fun. College students don't have the time to play Pokemon Go. We have websites to make. But about the title of this, it's not about the actual website, because like I said, the actual website is very easy to use. It's very nice. The drag and drop options are very simple to do. The writing is rich text, not HTML, which is again something that's necessary for people who aren't good with coding but are good with writing. They're not the same. We are a separate people. We may mesh, but we don't combine. The sad side of Storify is the Twitter feed. The frustrating, insane Twitter feed that makes me want to bash my head against a wall. See, I try very hard to keep profanity out of my stories. Not for any other reason than I have a 2-year-old nephew right now. I have friends who have children who are roaming the websites just finding random things. And I understand how frustrating it can be for them to know that their kids can just stumble upon something and then see all these words that they don't know, and I try very hard to lower the profanity. However, I did my story on rape and entitlement in the USA, specifically focusing on Roger Ailes, or Satan, and Brock Turner, Beelzebub. Yeah, we thought we'd seen the worst. The problem with it is that there's... Thankfully, in the Brock Turner case, there is not as much victim blaming as there is in the Roger Ailes case, but there is a lot of anger, there is a lot of profanity, there is a lot of... And that's, I think, the problem with Twitter, is that there's not a lot of accountability, so people don't really think about what they put out there. And that really is actually the problem with the internet in general. But at least with, like, the Young Turks and some Facebook posts, I can get a profane-free something. And in the end, I actually had to break down and just put up Joseph Buckley, who is actually one of the most profane people I know, because he was one of the only people who really talked about what I wanted him to talk about. He talked about the environment that Brock Turner was in before he committed this act, and how that could possibly have attributed to what he did. And so I would like less profane stuff to use, but there's no filter for it on Storify. There's no filter for it on the internet. So, again, something to consider. You know, hey Storify, if you want to make out a bleep out option where we can bleep out certain parts of a YouTube video, you know, for profanity's sake, that would be awesome. And that's my vlog for the day. That's my, like, complaining about Storify, because it really is. It's an amazing website. I enjoyed using it. I'm constantly a little worried that I didn't put in enough social commentary and enough commentary about Brock Turner, but what's done is done. Finals on Wednesday. I can do this.